was I doing before she showed up? Oh, right. The plot's calling.
Hello? Good news, sir. Your package has been delivered. Gotta take my hat off for your speedy service. Mind you, I don't wear a hat, so never mind. Tell me, did you see where they put the package? Like, say, in the back rooms or something? Just stick around to see, sir. I had to rush to the next job. As I always say, speed is our service. Yeah, I get it. Well, thanks anyway. Is there any...
Guess their wrap-up is as fast as their delivery.
Damn, fucking everyone's visiting me today.
Now what? Who is it this time?
Yes, Deborah.
Who is it now? The courier with my package again. Mrs. G, with more about the case.
No, just me with some leftover casserole, Speedy. Want any? Absolutely. Lifesaver. How come you always treat me well? Well, judging by all the new clients and jobs you're working on, I figure it won't be long before you end up in legal trouble again. Okay, damn, why are you preying on my downfall? Which means I'll be paying another piglet's way through college. Right. Well, thanks for the casserole. And the ride earlier. And, the ride I'll be calling for later, probably. Don't mention it. I'll send you my invoice.
And I will ignore it, but feel real bad about it.
Instead of going to the police archives, we're gonna go to the bookstore.
I'm headed to the front cover. A little independent bookstore with one heck of a secret in the back. See, it's a joke. The super secret speakeasy is called the back cover. It's hidden in the back of the store. And look, it was funnier in my head. Wait, this is my head. Anyway, there's only one drink in this town that smells like the ashtray of an elderly, chain-smoking rhino filled with whiskey and orange juice. Only one drink, served by only this one speakeasy.
That's so convenient for the
And
plot.
as far as I know, only ordered by one particular regular.
To the chain-smoking rhino?
I always liked this bookstore. It's cozy, welcoming.
I say, old chap, what are you doing here? Weren't you kicked out of the back room? Not for long. Well, it's just a minor misunderstanding. It's a minor property damage. I'm sure they'll let me back in. My dear fellow, I don't think there's enough secret illegal booze in the world that would make letting you back sound like a good idea. Either way, suit yourself. What happens in the back room doesn't concern me. Well, unless it has to do with how many copies of the Invisible Monkey we have back there. If you want to get in, talk to Soda. I'm afraid you may not get far with him without the new password. Or an abject apology. Animal Farm was so disappointing. Mr. Rita treats you on proper techniques for running a farm. Hey, so, can I help you, old chap? What's the password? So I figure a smart, educated, worldly animal like you's gotta figure out the new password by now. Oh, I didn't have to. They told me. Oh, well, that makes it easy. What's the new password then? Ah, sorry, Chop. I tell you, except for the bit where they told me you're the last animal in the world I'm allowed to tell it to. Yeah, right. Like I'd be the last animal to tell next to all cops working vice in the city. You are literally lower on the list than them, yes. So, how's the business? The business of selling books, I mean. Not the other business. Oh, about as well as a little independent bookstore can be doing in this economy. which is to say, terribly. Luckily, the other businesses are doing quite well, thanks very much. They pay me a cut to stand here surrounded by books all day, so I'm not fussed. All this business has to do is present a respectable front. So, fair to say the front cover is a cover for the back cover. Of course, dear boy. Don't you know how books work? Oh, you meant the other thing. Yes, that too. So if a very contrite and currently sober former patron wanted to get into, you know, the back rooms, wink wink, how would he go about it? Well, first, my boy, he tried to be slightly less obvious. Man, the accent's leaving. He'd be slightly less obvious about the surreptitious winking. But as you know, he also needs the password. The current password, not the password he knew last week. And that's it. I wouldn't have to do anything else, like make a personal apology or pay for the dry cleaning. My dear chap, a password's a password. If you know it, you get to go in. What else are they supposed to do? Turn me away anyway? Sounds like someone doesn't know how passwords work. About what happened, I just wanted to apologize for, the incident that happened in the back. Oh, no skin off my nose, dear chap. If anything, you helped out my end of the business. I sold a lot of how to get stains out of fabric and body disposal methods. I said I was sorry. Did you? I heard you were drunk and yelling very insalubrious. Insalubrious. Insalubrious? Insalubrious. Insalubrious? Insalubrable. Insalubrious. What does that mean? Especially of climate or locality. Unhealthy. Insalubrious. I heard you were drunk and yelling very insalubrious things about the customer's mother. Hey, the old dame deserved it. She could throw a mean right hook. So, Sergey, he's the new bouncer? I mean, the new totally legitimate shelf stalker, right? That's right. I wouldn't try my luck with him, though. I saw what happened to the last person he tried to get in without a password. What happened to him? They were firmly turned away from the door. How ghastly. Only they greased their paws a little. How would greasy paws help? Do you have to wrestle him or something? No, I mean... Well, you didn't hear this from me. But the fine folk in the pack... Oh my god. The fine folk in the back are paying poor, petrifying Sergey in pennies from a seat cushion. And not a nice seat cushion either. But he never complains. He just has been known to get conveniently distracted when someone gives him money, food, clothing. Pretty much anything, really. What the heck? Might as well do some shopping while I'm here. Any good books you think I like? You can read. Hey, I can read. I read a lot. I read the back of the milk carton and the bills when they show. Okay, that's a lie. I don't actually read the bills when they show up. I can read a takeout menu. I read. Fuck you. Reading parking tickets count, right? Well, old chap, given your limited taste, perhaps something classic will expand your palate. Mayhaps of mice and more mice. Ooh, is that a cookbook? My dear chap, it's a tragic tale of the animal condition and how society crushes the dreams of lower classes. Okay, but do they eat at the end? Just saying that the title alone is making my mouth water. I think I can find my way around. Thank you. Not that very much. Right to you. Ask me if you need anything. Okay, so if we give Sergey some, Sergey's a bear! Hi! Cat. Bear? So, been working here long? Such a cool bookstore. I've known the owner a while. My name is... I know who are cats. Well, can I pull off a Slavic accent? I don't think I can do a Slavic accent right now. You're not getting in while Sergei stand watch. Not without password. What about with password? Then you are getting in while Sergei stand watch. But Sergei gave very intimidating, judgmental glare as your boss. Heard. Look, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for what happened that time, and that I've learned my lesson. No more licking spilled bourbon from the floor. So, are we good? Niet. Okay. Can I at least go in and express my apologies directly to the bartender? Niet. Now I'm supposed to say sorry and have everything forgiven. You don't. So I'm looking for a book. Do you have Tequila Mockingbird in the back? Nice strike yet, but password is changed. Your password no good no more. Wait, they changed it already? This password should be good for at least another 2 weeks. They only cycle it once a month. That was before Silly Cat make mess of bar. Unstage. Unsealing. The ceiling, I don't remember that. And that is why you never get new password and you never go back room again. Now run along, Silly Cat. I don't think I have anything. Look, let's forget all that password nonsense. Any chance I could, you know, give you something as thanks? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Sergei will accept money. You and me both, buddy. But I'm afraid I got a temporary case of brokenness. Then Sergei will accept item in trade that can be sold for money. Like what? A kidney would be acceptable. Well, hey, let's not get too hasty. Let's see what I have to trade. To be honest, I don't have much to offer right now other than a winning smile. Which clearly doesn't seem to be a form of fungible currency, so I'll get back to you on that. I gotta go. You keep guarding that storeroom back there, Sergei. You look so menacing right there. Bruh, he looks so cool and menacing. Just gotta take a screenshot of him real quick. Alright, to the police archives. And then we'll go check out Miss G. What up, dude? Yeah, what do you want? Hi, did you get my package evidence from the courier? Sure did. Filed it properly and everything. Great, so can I go back there now? Why would I let you do that? Didn't you say the only ones allowed back there are the ones submitting and filing evidence? Which I already did when I received it. So, yeah, that's that. Sorry. Let me guess. Your filing system's just throwing it in the back and remembering it, right? Oh, well, as long as it's back there. Why are you winking and waggling your eyebrows like that? Thanks for your, help. Whatever. Bye. Okay, so we can go to the clock shop, but I'm thinking we're gonna go visit Miss G first.
You might be wondering why I'm bothering with this dull-as-dishwater domestic dispute, particularly at a time when there's dead cats, implosions, criminal conspiracies, and teleporting callers that defy the laws of physics.
It's because I'm a broke bitch.
And to you, I say, first off, who are you? What the hell are you doing in my car? Get out. But secondly, a cat's gotta eat. Often and on demand. With some nice, clean water that a cat'll then refuse because they saw a tiny hair floating on top. Anyway, eating requires money. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. I feel you.
And thanks to the beasts in blue, it sounds like this big cat case isn't exactly going to result in anything fungible. I don't even like fungi. So for the sake of my stomach, I'm willing to swallow my pride, along with whatever food I can buy with my payment for figuring out this husband's midlife crisis. How hard can it be? He's only been holing up in his room for a month.
Yeah, it can't be that bad.
I'm sure whatever caused that has to be super duper minor.
Miss G with the accent that I can't figure out is... Ah, Mr. Wilde. Thank you so much for coming. Please, come in. Why, thank you, ma'am. You're very kind. And by kind, I mean generous. And by generous, I mean financially generous, but, you know, nice and friendly, too. What a charming apartment you have. The apartment of a sweet, generous lady who hopefully likes being praised and responds, you know, generously. You flattered me, detective. Keep at it. Oh, great. Yes, great apartment. Love it all. The couch, the tables, the rug, the windows. The big-ass hole in the ceiling. What's up with that? The incredibly large hole in the middle of the living room. Oh, that is nothing. Nothing at all. Just some construction we have on the go. We're making a skylight.
A skylight that looks a little bit too much like another skylight at a certain crime scene. Either there's a crazed contractor on the loose installing giant hole skylights all over the city, or...
Would you like some tea or coffee? Feel free to ask me anything. Or knock on my husband's door if you want to see what I'm dealing with. What can I do for you, detective? So, the skylight. Tell me more about this skylight you're building in your wall. Well, you'll know. When inspiration strikes. Can't say I do know. My inspiration is usually on strike. You are a very funny cat. But yes, I just think one day I want a big skylight. Big enough for sun, big enough for blue sky, big enough for large body to fit through. Odd request for a feature, but I'm not an interior designer, so what do I know? How long have you been working on the skylight? Oh, I'd say maybe a month. Month and a bit. You know how things go with contractors and things. Didn't you say your husband's been hiding in his bedroom for a month? Maybe he just wanted to be out of the way during construction? Or maybe he didn't like the draft? It is not that, detective. The whole, skylight was there for at least a little time before my husband went into his room. Something else has happened, and I need you to learn what. Okay, how were things before? Let's talk about before your husband hid in his room. How were things up to then? Things were good? I'm not sure what things you mean. I mean, how was your husband? Was your husband having any trouble? Any, I don't know, depression, paranoia, money troubles, enemies? Really good book you wanted to finish? No, not really. He's just an office worker. Cheerful guy, very carefree. Maybe a little too carefree. What do you mean by that? I mean that carefree only goes so far in terms of doing chores and housework. Apparently that counts as care. But no, none of the things you mentioned happened. He was his old happy self when I left, and when I came back, he was on it. I'm so upset. At least the one bright side of all this. With him in his room, it's a lot easier to keep the apartment clean. But the mess in the bedroom must be in by now. You've got to help me bring my dear husband out, so I can give the room a proper scrub. Okay. Tell me what you can about the day Mr. G holed up in his room. Don't leave out anything. Alright. Well, the first thing in the morning, I went into the bathroom and started, pooping. Okay, maybe leave some things out. Girl. Mrs. G. Skip to when you last saw him out of the room. What happened? Well, I was getting ready to go out. I had season tickets to local ballet. I never miss a single performance, not unless I'm on fire and being flayed by knives. Mr. G, though, he wouldn't attend a single performance unless he was on fire and being flayed by knives, so he decided to go out with his friends. Truly a healthy modern marriage and accent. Did he seem at all odd, or...? No, it was his usual sweet self. Gave me a kiss on the cheek, told me to have good time at the ballet, and then my god, I am confused what your accent's supposed to be. I thought you were French. And then, my God, did I? I'm keeping this accent. It was absolutely amazing. Fuck. The Li's Wang was outstanding, so light on her webbed feet, and there's this one particularly handsome flamingo who... maybe we should focus on your husband. Oh, right. When I got back, he was not home yet, and I didn't think anything of it. I went out for a walk, and by the time I got back, he was in our room. But when I went to go sleep myself, the door was locked, and he held it shut and screamed at me to go away, that he didn't trust me. At first, I thought he was joking. Then I thought maybe he just had a bad headache. But by the next day, I realized he wasn't coming out or letting me in. And it's been like that since. Huh. You have no idea what triggered the sudden behavior in him? Do you think I would be so desperate as to hire you if I knew anything? Imagine you'd be able to talk with your husband through the bedroom door. Did he explain anything or say anything unusual? Besides the fact that I'm apparently a demon dog and that he's going to gobble, or I'm going to gobble him up. So a regular quarrel between spouses then. Are you single? Because I'm beginning to see why. Just pure bad luck and nothing else, clearly. So it's not just the hiding that's weird, but the way he suddenly turned on me. Yes, he used to think I was the bestest of girls. He even used to call me his beloved ballerina. But now he either stays quiet or yells at me to go away, to leave him alone. That he knows I'm out to get him. Get him? How? Oh, horrible things like I will kill him or kidnap him or tie him up the way he doesn't like. As opposed to the way he does it. People have kinks, Albert. My, won't you try the cake I made? Is lemon poppy seed. I'd like to know more about the interesting lady behind the wallet. I mean, behind the case. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? What do you do? Oh, anything. Wrong accent. Oh, anything really. How do you spend your days? Oh, you know, nothing exciting. I bake, I clean. I go out with a very special group of friends. I keep busy so I do not face existential dread over never getting to do what I really wanted in life. Same felt. Usual things. Relatable. I wanted to be a professional bed tester, but I fell asleep too quickly, gave any useful feedback. Still haunts me whenever I have to actually, you know, get out of bed. That if I made it, I never have to leave my bed again. I wanted to be a ballerina so bad. When I was a child, I made myself a dress out of swan feathers so I could pretend to dance the swan like... Oh, how come you didn't pursue it? Because the swan I plucked the feathers from was, how do you say, pissed off and sued for emotional damages and treatments for baldness. By the time my parents settled out of court, they couldn't afford ballet lessons for me. Even now, I cannot afford it. Oh, sorry to hear that. It's fine. My friends say we will afford soon. Then I have all the lessons I want. Why did I give it to you? Didn't I? Sounds like you have some nice but weirdly ominous sounding friends. What does Mrs. G stand for? Mrs. G, Mr. G, I'm serious. What does the G stand for? Zaguntai. I didn't sneeze. No, that is my husband's actual last name. Mr. and Mrs. Gesundheit. I said I didn't see. Oh, I see what you mean. Your last name is Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze. And actually, Gesundheit is short for the full name. Which is... Fuck, okay, I'm ready. We ready? Gesunder Flammen Werfed in Holdzeit. Right. I think I did that perfectly well. Bless you. Yeah, you see, that is better for us to shorten it and use Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze, and now you see why we just go by Mr. and Mrs. G. Never mind your life story right now. Let's get back to your husband for a minute. So we have to... I was enjoying talking about my favorite subject, myself. Thanks, Mrs. G. Thanks, Mrs. G. That should be enough for my investigation for the moment. If you say so. Also, you do not seem any closer to solving the issue. The accents are hard. Hey! Go away. Mr. G? My name's Albert Wilde. I'm a detective. Your wife hired me to... I knew it. I knew you were working with her. You're one of her little gang of murderous cultists, aren't you? No, it's not what a detective is. Either that or I mix up the flyers at the employment center. I don't believe you. I won't trust anyone working with her. She can't be trusted. I know her secret. What secret? I'm not talking while she's there. She's listening. I'm not saying a darn thing with her in the apartment. That's gonna make my job difficult, seeing as I'm here to find out how you locked yourself in your room. I ain't here to make your job easy. If you're doing a job for her, then I'll make your job as hard as I can. He seems nice. Alright, good talk. I'll leave you to it then, whatever you're doing in there. What can I do for you, detective? He asked you to leave. Started chat with your husband and he made it clear he's not talking while you're around. Ah, dear, my poor Mr. G. I guess he's not going to talk about what is bothering him. So, maybe it might be an idea for you to just step outside for a bit while I try and talk him around. Get to the bottom of what's up. Oh, I can't do that. What kind of wife would I be if I wasn't there the moment my dear wayward hubby comes out of the hiding? The kind of wife who didn't make that sound vaguely ominous, maybe? 9. I do not leave this apartment unless it's absolutely vitally important. Like going to the ballet, for example. You left the apartment to come see me. Am I vitally important then? No, I had 2 other vitally important things to do and I fit you in between them. Groceries and the fur salon, you see. I have to do those. But now I've got food in the house and my fur is done nice. And I'm not leaving for anything short of the best ballet outing I've ever had. You really love ballet, huh? Watched your ballet a few times. Are you a fan? My God, yes, I love ballet so much. I've watched one leg like 100 times. You want to spend every minute watching and doing ballet. If ballet was an animal, I'd marry them. Yes, I'm a bit of a fan, I suppose. I love going to see the local ballet company every week. Watching the graceful dancers make me feel graceful too, yeah? But what I would really love is to be that graceful, you know? I want to dance like that. Why don't you learn how? Take some lessons. Have you seen the price of ballet lessons? I can't afford that. You might be able to if you didn't spend your money on going to see the ballet every week. Never! I would never give up seeing my ballet. But oh, I would love the chance to take ballet lessons. Only I knew a dance instructor who'd cut me a deal. I know a dance instructor. Yeah, if only if only you knew one. Nice, Mrs. G. That should be enough for my investigation for the moment. If you say so. Okay,
If I had a nickel for every time knowing Lily saved my furry behind on this case,
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange it happened twice.
I'd have 2 nickels, which is frankly more money than I've had in years. I'm fairly certain that Joe will have my fur if he catches me skulking around his wife's window. But what other choice do I have? Ask Mrs. G politely to step out of the apartment, wait until she has another appointment, come up with some other excuse. You know, now that I say them aloud, those all sound like they'd have been good ideas. Oh well, Lily's lessons it is.
I'm already driving over there. I'm not turning back around. Oh, Lily. Lily, it's me. Open up and let me in. Oh, that's not... Okay. So, you frustrating feline. What brings you to my window? Again. Just seeing your beautiful face. I need a reason to see your gorgeousness in the flesh, my sweet. Concerning how Joe would react, yes, I think you do need a reason. Or at least you wouldn't be here without a reason. Oh, I'm not that transparent. It's one of the few things I find cute about you, actually. Anyway, why are you really here? You need more dance classes? Actually, I need dance classes for someone else. Ballet lessons, more specifically. Ballet for someone? Who's the lucky lady? Potentially a suspect who I need to get out of the way. Non-lethally, I mean. Anyway, can you give ballet lessons? I figure you can. I mean, it's not like ballet is any different from any other kind of dancing, right? It is, in fact, very different. But you're in luck, because I do teach ballet lessons. As you would know if you remember what I said about my lessons earlier. Oh, that was like at least 10 scenes ago, wasn't it? I can't remember what happened 10 seconds ago. Anyway, yes, I can give this friend of yours lessons. We even got a professional ballerina and 3 lessons package if they're interested. Great, do you have a coupon? Yes? Why do you ask? Can I get the coupon? Just that, or I think this lady really needs the discount. So, you're saying that you want me to give this friend of yours ballet lessons at less than my usual rate, ensuring that I lose money and time in the process? Yes. You're lucky you're so adorable. After a while. Alright, here's the info on the classes. Here's the coupon for your friend. Thank you, Lily. You're the best. Bye. Detective. Have you found any leads on what is troubling my dear husband? Let me know if I can help. What can I do for you, detective? Want a ballet lesson coupon? If you're interested in ballet, I happen to know a great dance instructor who's got a good deal on right now. Oh, let me see. My God. Become a professional ballerina in 3 easy lessons. Buy 2, get 1 free. This is everything I ever wanted. This coupon, it is for me. Thank you, Mr. Wilde. I'm so sorry I had all those incredibly insulting thoughts about you. I'm used to it. Better get going now. This will be starting in an hour or 2. Yes, but my husband. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him. Or, on his door, I guess. All part of the investigation, you know. If you say so. Right now, I'm more interested in important things. Like my new ballet career. Look out, once a new prima ballerina is on the prowl. And she left.
Phew. She's gone. Maybe now the husband will give me some better answers. Or any answers.
Hey. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm not talking while that she-wolf is listening in. Your wife's gone. Good news, your wife mysteriously received some discounted ballet lessons. She's left for class. It's just you and me. Yeah, right. Why should I trust that? I got your window if you don't believe me. She should be getting in her car right now. Huh. So she is. Well, that's good. I'm scared having her around still. Scared? Why? What does she do? Hang on. Just because she's out of the house doesn't mean you're not also out to get me. Give me one good reason to trust you. I exude protagonist energy, and I'm cute. But I'm also a detective. Come on, can you tell from all my awesome agency and focus that I'm the main character? Don't know, but I can tell you're an asshole. I mean, you're not wrong. That doesn't mean I'm not the hero of the story. Sounds like something a stupid, self-deluded villain would say. Besides, it's not just my wife. She's just part of something bigger, I tell you. It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy. What am I bothering? You're not gonna believe me. No one's gonna believe me. Nothing about this situation would ever happen to anyone else. You'd be surprised. So why are you hiding in your room? Let's start with the basics. How come you locked yourself away in your bedroom? To protect myself from her. That she-wolf. Well, she's gone now, so you're safe to come out? No, it's still not safe. It's not just her, it's them. They're all out for me. You're probably one of them. I assure you I'm not part of them. Mostly because I have no idea who they are. Kinda hard to join a club that way. All you need to know, suspicious stranger, is that staying in here keeps me safe from them. All of them. I'm the only person who's had this happen. The only animal I can trust except, well, what? Not you, that's the point. I'm not coming out unless I know whoever's out there can be trusted. Okay. Can I tempt you out? Maybe a nice plate full of food? Don't need it. I got snacks. I'm good. You sure? I could cook something with some mouth-watering aroma. Fried onions, maybe? Fresh baked bread. Melting chocolate. Slightly mature salmon fillet. Would any of that smell tempt you to come out? Nope. Not even all together at once? Especially not all together at once. Fine. Maybe a drink? Water? Tea? Shot of whiskey? Thanks, but no thanks. I ain't coming out even for my favorite drink. Well, that's good, because I don't actually have any whiskey on me. Whew. Tell me about your wife. So your wife, what's this about her being an awful murder killer who kicks puppies? All this time I thought she was so sweet, so kind. A real sheep in wolf's clothing. I don't know, she looked like a wolf in wolf's clothing to me, but... You don't know her. I didn't know her, but now I do. I know what she did. You don't know what she's done. Which is why I'm trying to ask. Honestly, is asking questions and gaining information a new concept to you? I can't tell you. You think I'm insane. That ship is leaving it's fast leaving port already. I don't think anything you could say would speed up that process. Even if I say she's a crazed cultist bent on ritual sacrifice or luring strange monsters into our home, I take it back. Leave me alone, detective. You won't believe me. No one will believe me. Nobody's seen anything like what I've seen. So about that hole. Can't help but notice you had an interesting hole in the living room. Care to comment about that? I need a skylight. She said it was a skylight, but she was lying. That's not the most shocking thing you could have told me today. I think it's... Who cares? You never believe me. I mean, you ever see a hole in a room like that before? You know? Funny you mention that. This is gonna sound wild, but this hole in your living room? I've seen one like it before, at a crime scene. You have? Well, you could just be making it up. Just be your word, right? Sure, just my word. And the eyewitness, and the cop on the scene, and the other cop on the scene, and the one that actually tried to do her job. I don't believe you. Besides, even if you're telling the truth, you don't get it. This isn't just one or two or even three weird things happening. I just think that's a weird coincidence. Actually, I'm kind of thinking the opposite. It's a conspiracy, man. A capital C conspiracy. Is that how you spell conspiracy? I'm actually kind of bad at spelling. See what I mean? Either you're one of those lemmings who doesn't see conspiracy right in front of their eyes, or you're part of it, man. That's a interesting leap of logic. Whatever. Try talking to me when your eyes are open and you realize something bigger than all of us is going on. Okay, well, good talk. Okay, let's take a look at our journal. I guess let's teleport to the archives.